Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now in this video today, I just wanted to give my take on the new James Bond casting decision and how, in my opinion, this move could be a very bad look for black women. Now, following all the rumours circulating, it has been confirmed that the new Bond film will be played by Lashana Lynch, who not only will be the first female, but the first black female to take on this long-standing franchise. Now, when I first heard this, I was surprised because a lot of the talk over the last few years have been someone like an Idris Elba taking the role of James Bond, if the producers were to go down the route of a black Bond, keeping the series male, because there has been a lot of talk over the last few years. This is not recent about a black Bond taking over the franchise for the next one. So it's not something that's recent. This has been going on, or the talk at least, has been going on for some time. But with this decision, this has definitely shifted in a new direction with this franchise. So there's no question about that. But my hope, and this is my concern, is that they don't portray her in a very masculine light, because she is taking on a very traditionally masculine role. And this is my main problem with the casting. And even though black people and black women may see this as a win, I'm hoping that they may just reconsider their position to think, based historically on how, when it comes to these type of roles, how black women are portrayed, is this something which is a win, or is it something that may turn out to be an L? Now, of course, I don't know exactly how the series will turn out, because each Bond, when they come into the series, they try and add their own unique twist to it. I remember back to Pierce Brosnan and remember to Daniel Craig, that each uniquely had their own twist or their own take on James Bond. I remember some people even not warming to Daniel Craig at the start. So there are maybe some teething issues, but we'll see how it all pans out. We don't know yet. I've not seen the trailer as of yet. However, I am assuming that they would want to keep with the traditions of a Bond film. Therefore, she'll likely have to be tough, aggressive, and she'll ultimately have a love interest or love interests. And this is the difficulty where when people portray black women, because it delves into a stereotype that hurts black women's image, especially if we talk about dark-skinned black women's image. Because when you look at, if you flip it around now, when it comes to a masculine role that's played by a white female, or even a non-black female, a lot of times, what do? They ensure that that female is attractive, she comes across as feminine, and she's very, very desirable by men, and she can still kick ass. If you look at examples like Gina Carano, Ronda Rousey, and then you got others like Lucy Liu or Maggie Q, who in the last two examples, they play into other like Asian stereotypes. But what do they all have in common? They're still seen and portrayed as being desirable, highly sexual. They play up their femininity and they can still kick ass. So it's like them kicking ass and being tough is after the fact of they look very desirable. They're hypersexualized, you could argue, but they're seen as desirable by men, and men don't mind that for the large part. Of course, there'll be people say, it will never happen in the way of a female kicking a guy's ass like that and taking down all these kind of men. However, it's a completely different conversation when it comes to stereotypically when black women are seen in this strong type of role. They still, for the non-black women, they play up their femininity a lot, which I'm hoping that they'll do in this regard, but we'll see. And that's my main issue with this, because aside from the fact that clearly they've played into a box-ticking exercise, which at this point, it just seems to be standard. So I've not really talked about this in this video here because it just seems to be standard. And I've been talking about it for a while, but from an image standpoint, I'm hoping that it doesn't look bad, because it could turn out to look bad and playing to just old stereotypes about black women when it comes to their how masculine they are, and particularly dark-skinned black women. So I'm hoping that I'm proven wrong, because in my mind, Lashana Lynch is a very attractive female. She has a very attractive face, and I'm hoping that they can play into that. Because even when I saw her in the sort of a trailer, I'm like, she still comes across have a masculine vibe to it. But I have no idea. I'm hoping I'm wrong. Time will tell, as time was always told. But that's my thoughts on this decision to cast Lashana Lynch as the next Bond. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, whether you agree or disagree. But that's all for me today. Until next time, I'm out.